Spence, you want to count me in?
What do you want?
After three.
You
after
wanna-
three.
You want an after 3?
This takes me back, brother.
Oh, 1, 2, a 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this week's episode of the Thank You Bro podcast. We're all here, me, Spencer, and Will. Will is flexing his muscles, wearing his Cavs LeBron James jersey in the worst rendition of those Cavs uniforms, even worse than the ones they have this year, which is saying something.
No, I like the Cavs uniforms. I
No.
like the Cavs uniforms this year.
They look like practice jerseys.
my fault. My fault.
They look like practice jerseys, but that's okay.
Sorry.
Speaking of the Cavs, they're in the playoffs. They're playing the Magic, and today we're going to be talking about the NBA playoffs. We're going to be talking about our favorite players, and we're going to be drafting our playoff teams based on players that are in the playoffs.
Why do you give the audience an outline?
Because
don't need it.
they deserve to know what they're expecting.
I don't think so. I think
They
it's
do.
better
They do.
for the element of surprise. Don't you think, Spencer?
Will has always been one to use element of surprise
This is true.
in all
All right.
It
aspects
be
of
listed
life.
in the description either way. Oh,
Nope, that's not true, Spencer. I have never done anything in my life. It's a true story.
My bad.
Never mind.
Hey, whoa. What were we talking
Um,
about earlier? What is today? Today's a special day for you.
Group chat's going to be foul later
And
on.
today,
What is today?
Today is
422?
Congratulations, Will.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
heinous.
I don't think I gotta blank all of that out. I forgot we were
Might
gonna
be- might be 2 minutes into the show.
Will told me to
That's nice.
bring that up, so it's on him.
Yeah.
He probably meant on the
Yeah.
back half of the podcast when nobody important
Yeah,
was
not in
listening.
the. You threw me. You really.
Only
you
when the
threw me a
freaks and
curveball
geeks
there.
are listening. That's when you can drop that.
Only when Drew is listening.
Yeah, when Drew's in his car
Drew
on
and
the
my dad.
back half of the commute. That's when he can hear it.
Making a note. We're gonna go 2:30 through 3 minutes here. Okay.
You can't block 30
most of-
seconds.
Most of that's gonna be blocked out.
I think only the one F word needed to be blocked out, but that's it.
It's
People
not the F word
watching-
you think.
And it's
People
not the
watching
F
are
word
just
that
gonna
you
see.
would usually hear.
It's not the 2 F words y'all think. It's a third F word.
Yeah, well, we would never use that one. The one you're thinking of, we would never use that one.
No, never that.
No. Never once has that ever come out of my mouth.
No. So, guys, are we going to talk about the Orlando Magic today or what?
Orlando Magic down 2-0. I think. Yeah, they lost today.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They're
they
in
lost.
trouble.
I mean, yeah. I thought they
The
would show
series
more,
is
but-
exactly what we expected, though, in terms of defense.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, the Magic's
terms of
problem is they're
bricks.
just young and inexperienced. Biting them
Yeah,
in the
and now
ass.
Suggs isn't completely healthy. But I thought
Yeah.
the way Suggs went down today, I was like, he's done. But apparently he can't. He comes back in the third quarter, and they almost came
Tell you,
back and
man,
won.
he's a man of steel. And Kawhi Leonard, take note. You know, we're hearing about this knee inflammation. Well, oh man, all these other guys got knee issues, Embiid and Suggs, and I'm sure somebody else will soon. You know, Man
Jimmy
up, man.
Butler.
play some ball.
Well, he's out. He's out for the season.
Yeah, probably.
No,
Unless
he confirmed.
Somehow. Well, no, if they win.
What's the point in coming back down 3-0?
Yeah. Well, the Celtics almost did it last year. You brought up Kawhi, and I want to talk about how the Clippers don't even need Kawhi.
No cigar.
And the Mavericks experiment
That's a
is
juicy
almost
bar.
over.
That's a hot
Breaking
take.
news.
It is. It's almost
Clippers
over.
don't need Kawhi Leonard
I guess they don't because
because they have James
Harden absolutely dominated. Well, to be fair,
'Cause they have
what
James
really
Harden.
killed the Mavericks outscored. No, never mind. I was going to say they outscored in 3 quarters, but they didn't. They only scored 8 points in the second quarter on Sunday. That was
What was
pretty bad.
Luca's PER for that game?
dude.
Not good.
It had to have been
If
like in the gutter, right?
Did
11
you
to
just
26.
ask about a single game PER?
It's the first game of the playoffs. Sets the tone.
What do
Because
you
I
know about
guarantee you-
PER?
I know a lot about PER.
Yeah, I feel like Ryan Gao is the last person I'd ask about advanced statistics,
Well,
especially.
you know what?
in
You know I
basketball.
don't like advanced analytics, right?
What-
But
will
I
they
was
flash it
fighting
on the
for my
screen in 2K?
life. Well, yeah, that always gets me excited. But I was fighting for my life on Twitter today and yesterday because Jason Tatum had a triple-double with a poor player efficiency rating. And so I had to educate
You
myself
talking
on
about
the
plus
topic
minus?
in order to fight back.
He's
Oh,
talking about
plus minus. Yeah,
Player
that's what I
efficiency
thought.
ratings like a cumulative
minus.
Yeah,
season
you're right.
stat.
You're right. My bad.
So his PER
Well,
was maybe like
okay.
0.1.
Well, we're not going to talk about numbers or plus minus, I'm sure, but raw plus minus is a absolutely useless statistic.
That's what I said.
for the most part.
That's what I said.
It's so dumb. You want plus minus, look up box plus minus, look up real plus minus, look up estimated plus minus. The raw number, the reason that Tatum's was bad was it was huge. It was probably plus 20 through the first three quarters. And then they left him out there because they want to ramp these guys' minutes up. They hit a ton of threes. They cut the lead. It's not indicative of how a guy played. I mean, not in a one game sample size, especially when the Celtics were dominant in that game. It's just stupid. Don't get into arguments on Twitter. It's pointless. I saw Jalen Brunson was rated as a better playoff performer than Jason Tatum
yes.
by ESPN.
Mhm.
Yep,
He's
he's
right.
like 6 for
Whoever-
like 25
whoever rated
right
that.
now, and is 6 foot guard. Great, absolutely meaningless list. So
well, Tatum
Don't-
continues
That's
to
ESPN
forget
put
for
that
you.
Titus in that. Yeah, that's Kendrick
Tatum
Perkins.
continues to forget that he's LeBron James's size with the shooting ability of Kevin Durant. So
Well,
That's what you
Isaiah
get.
Hartenstein is Joel Embiid's size, and he doesn't do Joel Embiid things.
Well,
So,
he doesn't have Joel Embiid's skill set. Tatum has the skill set of NBA greats, and he decides he doesn't want to play like that. So the moment's too big for him. It's always been. Ryan admitted that to me on the phone
That's not what I said.
today.
That's not
That
what I
is
said.
what you said.
well,
I said
Ryan's
that
a
Jason-
Boston
no,
sports hater.
That's not true. I love
He
my
is.
teams more than I love myself.
He
But
listens to Nesson and
That's not true.
98.5
I don't listen
which
to
is just
Nesson. I
full
watch
of
Nesson sometimes.
garbage.
I do listen to 98.5. I'm a 98.5
He calls it
loyalist.
his podcast. Can you believe that?
I
Yeah,
do.
it's
Embarrassing
miserable.
behavior.
It's great.
It's
I
literally
love it. Well, I'm sorry I don't want to be brainwashed by the positive everything's shiny and great propaganda. I want people that keep it real, and they keep it real.
everything is shiny and great. We used to root for Greg
Everything
Steamsma
is
and Mikhail
not
Petrus. Everything is
Okay,
awesome now.
comparative-
Okay,
comparative
we won
to
64
the past-
games.
Compared to the
64
past
games.
15
Avery
years,
Bradley was
but
our
we're
best
not winning
player
the
for
big
3
one,
years.
so it doesn't matter. What does it
Everything is
matter?
good.
I don't understand how everything is good when we're not winning the big one. We have these great teams. We're not getting over the hump. Our ownership, our
Our best
management,
player is
all of this
26. We're fine. We're
Can he be
fine.
consistent? Can he bring it night in and night out? I just want him to bring it night in and night. I want us to get a lead and keep it. I don't want us to just dick
Can
around
we
in the
just
fourth
be
quarter of games.
A little grateful for this
Oh,
team.
I'm happy compared to where we were. I love this team. It's a great team, but there's a lot of question marks that need to be answered about this team. And there are. You have
Okay.
to admit that there are.
Well, we have 15 more wins to get them answered. So, it's just-
And I think we will. We should.
Y'all at least y'all will get 14 more wins on the season. So good news. Lots of
Stock.
wins.
actually, that's probably fine. I'd be fine with them.
You'd be fine with 14 wins. You need 15 more.
If we lose in a game 7 to Denver, how mad can you be? You'd be sad, but what are you gonna do? Throw
Pissed
a
because
fit
you have a super
the-
team
to the best player in the sport.
with a cheeks, and I mean cheeks team.
The Nuggets
Jokic
are
is
not
carrying
cheeks.
this. Yes, they are. They're so inconsistent. They
They have
are
the best player in the world. They're fine. They have a
smelly.
solid team.
Jamal Murray went 9 of 24 against the Lakers last night, 2 nights ago. Jamal
Well, they're
Murray
playing in
wanted
about
to
an
shoot
hour,
the Nuggets
so-
out of that game. No, they play now, I think. Well, whenever
Assume,
this
yes.
this Knicks and Sixers disaster class gets over with. No one wants to win this game right now. I got it on my other screen. 56 seconds left. Philly up 4. And I think Philly's going to win it. I told y'all this earlier. I would like to see the Knicks win, but when you have the refs on Embiid's side, there's not much you can do.
What are you drinking?
Beer.
Don't worry about it.
We don't support alcoholism on the podcast. Well,
It's not alcoholism if I like it.
Oh, okay. Nuts.
it's not an addiction. I enjoy it.
Can we put that on a T-shirt?
It's not alcoholism if I like it. With a quote by Will Glover. That's a good one.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, I remember that. Well, I remember that quote. I'm gonna mark it down.
I wouldn't.
I'm drinking a Love Street Blonde from Karbach.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's a staple. It's a
Um,
staple.
Here it's great for a
I'd
Monday
recommend
night.
the mango cart. Really good.
Yep. Good
Check
choice,
that out.
Spencer.
Well, I guess we should get to the task at hand and do a little bit of a playoff analysis
Yeah,
because
we're-
I really want to get to out drafting y'all because that last time we did
Oh, you're
the LeBron
excited.
teammates draft, I'm just thinking about how poor Ryan was with that.
Hey, come on, come
He
on.
went
Ryan-
straight for like
It was good.
the bottom
Spencer.
tier big men that LeBron played with. It was awful.
I had
You
fun
realize
doing it.
you realize Ryan will lose every single draft between the three of us.
It's not true.
He is lay GM. Really.
We'll see what happens. I cooked up some heat for this one, so let's get on with it.
I'm sure you
I
did.
got the
All
notepad
right.
ready
Speaking
to go.
of the Heat, let's talk Celtics Heat first matchup. The series is over, and I think that's all that needs to be said.
Yeah.
Really.
Caleb Martin, notoriously dirty player.
No,
Going for
shut
the
up.
undercut
Shut up.
In the final
It was
30 seconds,
not
what a sore
That was
loser
not
attempt.
an undercut. He was
It
going for
was.
the
He's in the
ball.
middle of the air and I go
Oh
underneath
my-
you. Is that not
It
an
was
undercut?
it was an unnecessary
Oh my-
play on his part.
Ryan,
it was nasty.
you were
Shout
on the
out to
phone
Jaylen
with
Brown
me this
and
morning.
Porzingis for getting after
This
it.
afternoon, you said, "Oh, it was clean. It was fine," and now you're going to say, "Okay, you are a
It
Schrodinger."
was so nasty. And what a
I just
hard
don't
fall.
understand why you would do that. Like, even if you're going for the rebound
You
and
are-
the ball is in your vicinity, which it wasn't,
Yeah, he had no path at the ball.
like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Now, should Tatum have jumped for that ball either? Probably not. But
Well,
Here
he
you go,
was the
fellas.
closest
Here
to
you
the
go.
rebound.
You know what?
yeah, I don't want my
the real
star.
thing is-
I don't want my star going for that meaningless board at that point, though.
Yeah, I also
that's
don't want
loud.
my guys in there at the end. I know
should,
that I know
yeah.
we need to play minutes, but these Heat guys have nothing to play for in those in the series. And they're going to go all out. And credit to them. But
How can
okay,
you tell me that
great.
this
We're
is
gonna get
dirty?
copyrighted now.
Yeah,
Here we go.
you can't be showing this, man.
Yeah, we just lost.
No, it's
We
fine.
just lost the
I
podcast.
found a way. I know what I'm doing. Here we go.
Oh, he knows what he's doing. Yeah, this is Tatum's rebound all day, and then boom! What the hell
Caleb
is
Martin
that?
didn't even see him though. That's the thing.
How do you
Because
not-
he's in-
he was
he's
going
running
right for the
towards him.
ball. I don't.
He
You can't.
checked him
Ryan, you're not
in-
an athlete, so you don't know this. But
Oh,
when
this
you're
shot
locked
is
in,
all you
don't
need.
notice. Yeah,
This shot is all you need. That's ridiculous.
it's clearly incidental. It's a basketball play. Is that your?
Does that
roommate
look like a
screaming? I heard
basketball
that.
play?
Yeah, I'm hearing what sounds like a game winner or something going on. But I'm not sure. Oh yeah,
about to find out.
Jalen Brunson, big shot.
Jalen Brunson won the game. Are you serious? Wow, that's crazy. Anyways,
Not quite.
the only thing is right there, but I genuinely don't think he knew Tatum was jumping for that ball.
Did
I
you
thought he
see
was
his
just gonna
right leg?
bump him.
Watch his right leg. Watch his right leg.
And then his head snaps onto the wood.
But look what Caleb Martin does immediately. He goes right for Tatum.
Yeah,
He
covering
didn't
his
mean to.
tracks.
It was completely. You don't have enough time to think about stuff like that, Ryan. This was complete, and you told me. So
When you're
you're
perennial
just
cheaters
being,
and thugs, you do.
you're
you think
being a
about
little
these things.
dickhead. That's what you're doing. You're being. You are.
It was calculated.
Yeah.
Spolstra coaching
is-
masterclass
That
yet
is
again.
purely incidental contact, not something that needs to be discussed. This is
But we
was a complete
discussed it, so it
accident. And
means
the NBA's The NBA, not the nature of the severity of the incident does not need to be discussed.
We're on to game 2.
The NBA is not suspending them, so doesn't matter.
Running game 2, Celtics in 4. What's next, Woke?
Yeah, Celtics in 4. I agree with that. Regardless, let's just work down the ledger here. So we'll go with the Knicks and the Sixers, which is a game that's playing right now. Knicks and Sixers right now.
Yep. Brunson just hit a huge shot to give him a 1-point lead, but there's still a lot of time left in this game. It's 13 seconds, so we're going to see what develops. But we could be having a 1-1 series heading back to Philly. Oh, here we go. I want to narrate for you. Maxi's got it with 12.
It was DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo hit that go-ahead 3 to the rim and blocked by Hartenstein. That's blocked by James moment. So let's talk about this real quick. So now the Knicks have a chance to ice it and go up 2-0. If the Knicks go up 2-0, do the Sixers have a shot, Ryan?
No.
Do the Sixers have a chance down 2-0? You don't think
they
so?
don't have a chance down 2-0. I mean, I feel like if Embiid was healthy, that would be one thing. But overall, I think they're still outmatched by the Knicks. They don't have an answer for Brunson. They don't have an answer for Hart, of all people. And that's not to say Hart's
Josh
bad,
Hart's
but
electric.
Yeah, he's great. But also he's playing like he's looking like the second star in New York, right?
No, DiVincenzo, man.
Well, I would argue that they do definitely have an answer for Brunson. He tonight was miserable. He was 8 for 29. I mean, that's for the people doing math at home. That's 27% in the field. Not great. Shout out to Tyrese Maxey though. Wasn't really loving him in game 1 tonight. He was great. 35, 8 and 10. Played a really efficient game. Joel Embiid, he was in and out of this game. Once again, knee was given in trouble. They showed he was getting like a massage middle of the game. So that's going to continue to be an issue for him. So we'll see. I don't think he's going to make it out of the series. I mean, he goes to the sideline for long stretches and you hate to see it, but unfortunately it is just another mark on his injury littered postseason career.
Yep. Setting up for a Knicks and Celtics Eastern Conference Finals, which will feed generations.
Hey. Don't discount
this is
the Milwaukee Bucks. Don't discount
I'm discounting them because both teams are flukes. The Pacers and the Bucks, both flukes. And we saw that last night. But if Giannis is
back by then, which we can kind of assume he will be, that's way different. True. That's way different.
That'd be well, then it becomes, when does Julius Randle return?
I wouldn't count on him coming back yet until they give us a real timetable.
Let's see. I just Googled it. How long is he out? We'll see. And what a mistake by the Knicks organization, really. Just not doing the surgery right off the bat, and they waited 2 months to do it.
Was there a world in which the Knicks are just a little bit? I don't like to say that you're better when you don't have the guy who gets 24 and 10, but they've played really well in his absence.
They have, but I feel like if you're going to go up against
inserting a super ball dominant guy in Randall when they're really clicking right now. This is the best stretch of some of these guys' careers. Hart, DiVincenzo, they're playing so well. You shove a guy in the middle of a playoff series who's going to be on the ball. So
maybe you don't rush him back. Yeah.
Maybe you don't rush him back. They look fine to finish out this series. Go from there. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, especially if they sweep the Sixers. Because, I mean, if you can contain Embiid, you're going to be doing a little bit of the same job with containing Antetokounmpo. And they're keeping what did Embiid have tonight? What did you say he had? I think you mentioned Embiid was 12 of 29. He had 34, but the rest of I mean, goodness. Embiid and Maxey combined for 69 points. The rest of the team, terrible.
Yeah, they're just not getting much out of the other guys. I mean, Nick Batum, who had the most electric play-in game he could have ever had, he's back to normal, 6 points. Tobias Harris isn't playing great. Kyle Lowry is just, at this point, he's a whole different version of himself. The other guys for Philly are not good enough to get this done. I don't think. Not when the Knicks are playing as well as they are, and it just also it's just awesome to have playoff basketball in New York, and it'd be awesome, So
I agree.
I'm
it's where
appreciative of that.
Playoff
And I hope
basketball
that they
belongs
advance.
in New York. Playoff basketball
does.
belongs in New York and Boston, which is where it's going to be. Like I said,
That would be the best conference finals.
You can contain Giannis. I mean, Lillard will shoot you out of games. Although last night he was good in the first half, and then decided he didn't want to play
35 in the first half, 0 in the second half. I don't even know how that's possible, but I know our buddy Evan probably took his second half points line thinking it was a lock. And
Evan's up. Evan's up like 500.
Evan was down like 1,000. So maybe he's just.
But on the week,
but a great week.
He's net negative $2,000, but he's positive this week at 500. So
shout out Evan.
We take the wins. Take the wins when we can. Evan doesn't. Evan acts like he watches this, he doesn't. So and then he asks to be on the show.
we can dump on Evan all we want. Yeah.
And he's always like, "Let me on."
Watch the show. We're not letting you on, bro.
Maybe. Where'd my pen go? Oh, here it is. Maybe a little Evan got this appearance. It might feed.
We can run.
You know what else feeds?
What feeds?
The Oklahoma City Thunder feeds me. But what you're going to say something before that? I got to fly.
Well, I was just going to take us through the rest of the Saturday games but you want to go right
go ahead.
into
No, we can go to Saturday. You're right.
Well,
I got ahead of myself.
We had a theme going. We kind of touched on the Magic Cavs.
I was just naming games.
It's a brick fest. And then Suns T-Wolves. I like this series a lot. A lot of shit talking. Great shit talking has returned. We have Ant and KD going at it, barking at each other. It's not role players barking at each other. It's not Pat Bev, Draymond. It's real, actual stars going at it. I think this has like a playoff series. This is a playoff series that could have like a very classic feel to it. Two superstars going at it. Devin Booker in the corner stinking it up. Just abysmal in game one. He was in elimination game form already. Pure disaster class for Booker. But Wolves looked good for a super young team. And I picked the Suns to win this, but I don't feel so confident in that now. I would not be shocked if they won the next game at home. And anything can happen from there.
Yeah, you're right. And Ryan loves the Suns in this matchup for some reason. I don't know why.
There's just too much talent.
He's actually
for you
frozen.
to count
His
them
picture's
out.
frozen. Oh, there you are.
Oh, I am.
Hey.
Yeah,
There's just too much talent for you to count them out. I'm not saying that they're going to win, but I just have a difficult time completely saying that the Timberwolves are going to beat a team with Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Grayson Allen, shout out, on that team.
That's right. Make an authoritative take, Ryan. Tell me how many games the Suns are going to win in. Let's go.
6.
Oh,
6 Suns and 6.
Hold on. Let me
awesome Grayson Allen shout out, by the way.
No, let me add to that. Let me add to that. Suns and 6.
God,
look out for Game 5, Grayson. That's all I can say at this time. That's all I can say. Look out for Game 5 Grayson.
Chat,
can we get a quick history on Game 5 Grayson Allen performances?
Oh, I don't know if there are any. This is strictly for this series. But Game 5 Grayson's coming.
You just got a hunch?
That's all I can say. It was revealed to me in a dream.
Well,
okay.
We'll see. Hey, Ryan.
Hey.
Cardinals just hit a walk-off home run or so back. Anyways, let's keep talking about...
But this is a basketball podcast.
Yeah, I know, but I was watching the Cardinals game on the side.
Okay, Game 5 Grayson against Milwaukee last year. In 26 minutes,
it was
he
like
had 8 points.
It was like an over
on 28% shooting. Game 5 against Boston, 8 points. So he's like, I think he's averaging 8 points.
He's learned
13 in this one against Chicago.
How many game
15 against Utah. Hey, there's something to it.
This is not okay.
He's going to be there.
Something to it.
He's going to be there.
Yeah, he'll be there no matter what.
Delusion.
We'll wait on it. Game 6, Clay.
Not good.
Game 5, Grayson.
Game 6, Clay. Did you see play in Clay?
Oh, I saw him playing.
Yeah, we saw that. Why couldn't he play like that in the finals against the Celtics?
Stinky
do that?
Dookie. It didn't matter.
That
Curry was
nasty.
Curry was still your father in that final, so didn't matter.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I still think about Game 4 every day.
So do
Awful.
I. Watching y'all's faces.
Just
great.
Misery and dread.
Defeat is what it was. It was really just
Yeah,
pure
no,
defeat.
it was.
And I've never seen that from grown men before until
Hmm.
now.
Oh, really?
So I hope to see it again.
Never look in the
when-
mirror.
You see it nightly as a Cardinals fan, dude. 162 times
oh, yeah,
a year,
it's
buddy.
bad. Oh, it's
Just
bad, but we won
pure
tonight.
Misery.
That's
So
all that matters.
season
Okay.
is
Oh, good.
season
He's up
resumed.
on the day.
Season's not over just
Let's
yet.
go.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, so Ryan's wrong though. Timberwolves in 5. Timberwolves
No
look like
way.
the best team in the West right now. I'm serious. I'm
That's
dead
another
serious.
crazy take.
That's
It's
crazy,
not.
man.
They are dominant on defense as they've been all year, and then Anthony Edwards just took over. I mean,
Ant
you
is
get your
awesome,
star.
man.
Anthony Edwards is a top 5 player in the league, and he took over and showed why he was
definitely
a top
not.
5 player in the
He's
league.
not a
He
top
definitely
5
is.
player in the
He's-
league.
Who's
but
better?
He's
Definitely
awesome.
not.
Who's better?
Can we
Who's better?
appreciate a player's
He's
talent without
really
overrating
not-
the hell out of him?
Not even.
No, he's who?
like top 12,
Who's better?
top.
Who's better? Go
Dude,
ahead.
Are you
Jokic,
serious?
Embiid, Luka, Tatum, Durant,
Embiid's not because
SGA.
Embiid can't stay healthy.
SGA,
Not
LeBron,
SGA. SGA is
Davis, LeBron, Davis. SGA
LeBron
is
and
better,
Davis right
for
now?
Sure. Yes. Yes.
SGA has an argument because he plays both sides. Not better than Tatum. He's not better
Not
than
better
Jokic. He's better than Embiid because
Giannis.
Embiid is
He's
not
better
healthy.
than-
No, Embiid
he's
and
not
Giannis
better
aren't
than
healthy.
Embiid, man.
Right now. No, I'm saying right now.
Embiid was not healthy tonight, but he had 34 and 10 or something. You know, it just
Yeah, well,
ludicrous
he's playing the Knicks with
I
no
don't-
bigs. He's got Isaiah Hartenstein guarding him. Come on.
Isaiah Hartenstein's the best defensive center.
It's Isaiah Hartenstein. You can only be so good.
Dude, this is nuts.
All right.
You're propaganda.
Embiid on AD.
Every-
If you put
every
AD on
week.
Embiid, Embiid's getting like maybe 20 and 10.
Will
This is
we've
why
proven
these young guys they get torn down so quick in their career
Because
because
of you.
immediately people like you are like top five. So then they get these expectations that are bigger than life, and then he hasn't won yet. Well, he's only 24. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He's young.
well, he's only 22,
He's-
but I'm saying in a couple of years,
Yeah,
people
he's
are gonna be
young.
wondering
He's
like,
22.
why hasn't it won
Tatum's
anything yet?
24. Tatum's 19. I mean,
Ridiculous.
Edwards is better than Tatum though, so I'll keep it there.
Spence. It's bait.
I know it's bait.
It's a
I don't
troll for
fall
engagement.
Will's bait. Yeah, no, I get it.
But I like riling y'all up. It's really fun. I enjoy it.
Well,
I really do.
my one issue with the Timberwolves, seriously, is that it's a lot on Ant because he is their sole creator, especially on the perimeter. I mean, Towns is awesome for what he can do, but we've also seen some of like the most hilarious playoff blunders from Karl Anthony Towns, and he's not really creating much for the Minnesota offense. So when if Ant goes cold, it's not like they have like an all-star point guard on that team. I mean, they have Mike Conley to settle them down and stuff. But when you look at
Yikes, that is a
Phoenix,
big-
it's Durant, and if it's not Durant, it's Booker, and if it's not Booker, then your third option is Bradley Beal.
But there are
you know.
times where it's none of them.
I mean, that's
And
true. And if
it
they
was
all go
KD
cold, then
it
they'll
was
lose the
KD last
series.
game. It was KD last game, but it was no one else. KD can't have Bradley Beal shooting 10 shots in a game. Are you serious? Why is Bradley Beal shooting 10 shots? And he
You're saying
was 60%.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's definitely not
Is
enough.
this
I
a
mean,
coaching thing? Like, why is Bradley Beal? KD only took 17. KD needs 20. Beal needs 15, and Booker
this
needs
is-
15. Booker
well,
went
that's
5
kinda
and
the issue.
16.
They all need 15 plus shots a game, and it's just tough to find that sometimes. And then if you give them to the
Especially
wrong guy,
against
which,
the defense.
which was Booker in game one, which I mean, Booker's an incredible shot maker. He's going to bounce back, but
But you put these guys who need a lot of shots up against a team who does not give up a lot of shot attempts, and now you have problems. And that's where I think like
we'll see.
They just can't keep up, and their defense obviously isn't as good.
Yeah.
Their defense is not very good.
Matchup. It's a shame that
they just gave up
teams is going to get bounced in the first round.
Yeah, I agree, but it's going to be the Suns, and they gave up 120 points to a Timberwolves offense who averaged 115. Can't happen.
Not over yet.
It isn't, and none of these series except the Celtics and Heat series is over. Really?
Well, the Orlando series is over for those at home keeping track. That one's done.
Yeah.
That one's over.
We'll see. We'll see how Game 3. I want to see what Game 3 looks like because I don't know. The Magic showed me a couple things towards the end of that game tonight where I was like, there's some positives. If they can sneak out Game 3, then we have a little bit of a series again.
We'll see.
But preliminary eye test, that series is over. So we got Boston moving on pretty easily, and right now it looks like Cleveland, and they'll play together, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yep, they will play each other.
That'll be a good series. Boston and Cleveland. It's not the same, but I'm saying it's good. It would be fun to watch for a little bit.
It'll be a fun matchup.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not the same without.
It'll be better than the Miami
LeBron,
matchup without Butler. Which
exactly.
True.
It'll be a healthy Cavs team.
Sure.
I
hear that.
But like we said before, we're all waiting for Boston and New York. So
that should be the first good matchup of the East. Or for the Celtics.
Of the East?
For the Celtics.
Oh, for the Celtics, yeah.
Because the East is having good matchups. I mean,
yes, for the Celtics.
I'm loving the Sixers Knicks matchup's awesome.
Yeah, that one's good.
What are you gonna say?
One's that not is Pacers Bucks. I mean, I don't know. Right now, with
I'm
Giannis,
disappointed so far in that.
Well, yeah, through one game. I mean, Halliburton was a 0 last night, and that really sucks because I mean he is the Pacers offense. And if he's going to be, he really has not looked the same since the injury in the middle of the season. And without him going full strength, Pacers don't stand a chance.
No.
And I really thought that they would win this series, especially if Giannis was going to miss extensive time. But with every game that Milwaukee wins, they buy Giannis so much more time. So
Giannis will be back in this series, I firmly believe, unless the Bucks can sweep somehow. But I mean, I don't know. It's tough to tell because I mean the Bucks are pretty much hitting on all cylinders. 50% from the field almost, and 40% from three, and 100% from the line. And their defense looked good for once. Usually without Antetokounmpo on the court, their defense looks pretty bad, but they held the best scoring offense to 94 points. So there's not much more you can say about that.
Good job, Doc Rivers.
But we know Lillard can shoot him out of games, so just holding on to that. We've seen it time and again.
The Lillard name drop. How many more of those will we get tonight?
Yeah, I was about to say the Lillard tour.
Yeah,
he's on tour.
Well, hey, it's playoff time. It's Dame time, as one would say.
It is Dame time. And you know what? Dame is the only star of the team right now, and it's just like he never left Portland. He really didn't. Portland and Milwaukee, the exact same place. Terrible to live in. Should we talk about cities
Portland
again?
To Milwaukee. No. We got to lay off that for a little bit.
Yeah, Oakland fans are still upset. Ryan's still upset. Ryan loves Oakland. Huge Oakland guy.
Great place.
Oh yeah, sure, Pally. All right, let's move on. So are we going down the list here? Ryan's
I think
on
we
the
just
list.
have Oklahoma
Let's
City
see.
and the LA Mavs series.
What do you want to talk about first? Let's talk about the OKC series because I want to talk a lot about what I saw with the Mavs. I think this is a huge. Anyways, I'll go off in a second. I don't know, Ryan. What are your thoughts on the Thunder
game? Yeah,
or Spencer? Go ahead.
Well, the OKC game, no Zion, right? So no Zion's going to be out probably unfortunately, probably for the series, unless it's a long series, there's no timetable disclosed yet. New Orleans looked like way too much for Oklahoma City last night. I mean, they just are this huge, big team with a ton of length, and they really got to SGA. And I was like, kind of, I don't know. I was not impressed with SGA at all in the first 3 quarters because the first 40 minutes of the game, because it was clear that he was just bothered by whether it was first time in a big time matchup or all the length that they threw at him. But he ends up coming up huge, has a ton of composure in the final 4 minutes of the game, 2 big shots, ends up hitting the game winner. And the Thunder eked it out just barely. So I think this is going to be a series that's a lot closer than it looks like on paper. You see a one seed and 8 seed matchup, and you assume it's going to be a blowout. But we have to remember that New Orleans, for much of last season, held the 1 seed or the 3 seed for a long stretch of time. This season, they held the 4 and 5 seeds for a long stretches of time. But they just kind of, by luck of the draw, fell down to the 8th spot. They should have avoided this matchup entirely by getting the 7th seed against the Lakers, but with Zion going out in that matchup, of course, just poor timing, and now they have to face a pretty lethal Thunder team in the first round.
Well, it sucks either way, because if it wasn't the Thunder, it was the Nuggets. So,
yeah. So
you end up with probably a more favorable matchup here, but they probably would have liked to just not face either of these 2 teams. But that's how good the West is this year, and that's why I think every West series is going to be pretty enticing, and we're going to see a lot of great teams get bounced in the first round.
Yeah. How sucky does it feel to be a Pelicans fan, though? Your best player in your most important moments, or the comparative to other teams, not as important, but for your franchise, quite important. And your best player can't stay on the court because he's always hurt or overweight or unhealthy.
Well, it's really sad, though.
And it sucks.
Because he played 70 games.
Yeah, he did.
He played 70 games this year. He had a hell of a year. He's going to be all NBA third team, I think.
I agree with you 100%, but his body couldn't hold up. And in the play-in, he got hurt because he can't take, I don't know if he physically can take the rigors of the NBA season. And that's not to knock him. I love watching Zion. I think he's great. It's so sad that he's not playing. I hate that he's not playing. But that's the Zion Williamson we've kind of become accustomed to, unfortunately.
Yep. You're right. Hit it right on the head. Left hamstring strain, out for at least 2 weeks.
And their season will be over by then, which sucks.
Maybe. I mean, the way they played last night, this could be a 7-game series. I think it's one of the more likely series to be 7 games than any other series. I mean, you're getting the Thunder at the time you want to get them, which is this group's first real playoff series. The inexperience could be to their benefit
last night.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Holmgren started the game 1 for 7, 1 for 8, and then he went on to have a good game. But you could see these guys were visibly rattled, and they were at home too. But same thing.
But you got to capitalize on that.
How good is it to have the OKC crowd back? I mean, they actually wear the shirts that get put out on the seats. They do. I
forgot how loud that building was.
It gets so crazy.
OKC fans are good fans.
That's one of those games I want to listen to without the announcers. Remember when they did that on Saturday with that?
All of them. I want to listen to all of them.
ESPN did us a favor.
Especially anyone that has Doris Burke commentating.
Oh my God.
Tell me more, Doris, about how awesome Joel Embiid is. It's not like he's the MVP of the league and we already know.
It's the flip-flopping of the takes from me.
It's just, yeah.
Yes, go ahead, Ryan. Ryan was giving me some good analysis on what he heard from Doris.
Yeah, well, I texted Spencer about this during the first quarter of the Celtics game on Sunday. She goes 2 minutes into the game. She says, the only real weakness of this Boston team has to be their bench. And then Sam Hauser comes in, hits 4 threes, and Pritchard's out there doing his thing. In the same quarter that she said that, she says, there are just really no weaknesses with this Boston team. Could you pinpoint one? I mean, they're just so deep, and their bench is just so strong, especially paired up against the rest of the league. I wanted to pull my hair out. It's just, she's the most frustrating. And I understand she knows ball. I respect that. She has probably a lot more basketball knowledge. objectively, I think she knows the game of basketball probably better than me or any of us. But in terms of being a commentator, play-by-play, or color, she just, I hate.
Well, that's
It's
the
just
thing.
bad.
I mean,
He
obviously,
hates.
she understands the sport on
Yes.
on a strong enough level to give solid analysis. But
She
and
doesn't.
I understand you're going to slip up. It's hard to keep up with 30 teams. I mean, when you're on ESPN, you really only need to keep up with maybe 12 because they don't show every team. Obviously, I think Orlando had one nationally televised game this year.
Yeah.
But she has great knowledge of Philly and maybe the Knicks and some of the Celtics.
She should
These
have Celtics. Yeah.
big markets. And everybody knows who's a fan knows these guys on the Celtics bench. I mean, you don't know the 12th man. You don't know Svi Mykhailiuk. I get it. But yeah, everybody should know
They
Sam
should.
Hauser
That's
is
their
a pretty
job.
damn good shooter. Yeah, you should. You should have a pretty good understanding of this. I mean, if us as fans who follow it as best as we can with our 9-to-5 jobs getting in the way, I think that the paid commentators
Wow.
should probably have a little bit of a better feel for the guys. But yes, spot on, Ryan. I mean, let's just get that option on the remote. Just no commentators. You just push the button and you just get the crowd noise, the net, the ball.
Oh, that
great.
would be amazing. I loved hearing the ball. in
The
that
three,
game.
yeah,
It was,
just
it
the
was
three
amazing.
hitting the back of the back iron
The
into
dunk.
the yeah, exactly. Dum. It's like anyways. Yeah,
Yes.
great analysis of Doris Burke, guys. I agree. I think
was
if we're
analysis
getting if we're not
inception
getting
right
if we're not getting paid to know more than these guys, what are we doing?
That's so true.
That's all. Well, Ryan
So
doesn't
true.
know ball, but
I know
but
ball,
Spencer
baby.
does. I don't think so. All right, Ryan, if you know ball, what's going to happen with this Lakers Denver series?
Denver in 5, unfortunately for you. I'm sorry.
Yikes! Bad take.
Bad take. You think LeBron can muscle more than one game against Jokic by himself?
No, he's got
AD
AD.
was
he's
awesome
D,
in game
D
one.
Is,
Come on.
D is loading. D loading.
D. Okay,
The D is
it's
loading.
like you. It's like you told me. D is gonna buffer for a year and a half, and then keep
Yeah.
loading, and then buffer some
Yeah.
more. But no, I just
No. What I you want here? Hold on, real quick. I was telling you because Ryan said has D'Angelo officially loaded in. I said, when you're waiting for about 20 minutes and bad reception for your thing for your movie to load
Yeah.
or whatever, and then you get about like a minute clip. And then it starts loading again. I was like,
That's
we're in that
that's
minute clip
deloading.
right
Yeah.
now. And then now it's going to start buffering again. Now
That's
we've reached
fair.
the buffer point.
Yeah.
So,
There you go.
Ryan, go
And
ahead.
that was buffering.
Post All-Star break D'Lo was the 30 seconds we got to watch of our video, and now we're buffering again.
Great 30
Much like
seconds.
Ryan's
Exactly.
buffering on my screen right now.
Ryan's
Can he-
buffering.
It looks
Ryan,
great
can I
in
get
post.
some better
It
internet?
looks,
Still
it
waiting.
looks good in post.
Still
it looks
waiting.
good in post. It looks good in post. Don't worry. Don't you worry.
That's so
It
true.
It sounds terrible in post.
No, it's
Real
fine.
quick, we have to shout out deloading. He's already made 3 threes tonight, which is 2 more than he
He
made
looks
in
good.
the entire game in game 1. So maybe we're getting the clip again. Maybe it's starting to play 5 seconds at a time, and this is going to be a good game.
Well, the 5 seconds better be the entire playoffs if the Lakers want to do something. Ryan says Nuggets in 5. I think Nuggets in 7. I think the Lakers are going to win tonight. I think it's going to go.
Well, then
I
they're
think
gonna
they're
lose
just
the
going to
next
trade
3.
punches, but I think it's whoever won game 1 is going to win the series. So it's going to be Denver, Lakers, Denver, Lakers, Denver, and then repeat.
Well, you know what they say. A series never starts until a team wins on the road. So
Yep. So looks like
but losing game 1 was
the
pretty
series
devastating for LA because they played it so well. And yeah, if
Until
Russell,
the
who really
final-
is like a third option, if he hits even 4 of his 9, or I think he had 9 or 10 threes attempted, if he hits even 4 of those, it's a totally different game. But then, there's just not enough
the Lakers-
support from the other guys.
The Lakers are up big entering the third quarter, and then they got outscored 32-18, and that was it. That was the game there because the fourth quarter, it was 25-25 in the fourth. The Lakers won. The Lakers pretty much won the entire game up until the third quarter.
They put themselves in these situations that they don't have to be in. They screw around. They drop games all season long to the Wizards or to these bottom half teams. And then in the last week of the season, you're scrambling. You're playing in 2 play-in games. You're doing everything you can to make the playoffs. You have to, on the last day of the season when everybody else gets to rest their starters, that would be most important for an older team like LA, but they don't take advantage during the regular season. And now instead of getting 7 or 8 days off before your first round, now you're scrambling. You're going into Denver. You're playing in the altitude, and you're screwing yourself. And
yep.
Then here comes the fourth quarter where LeBron and AD have already played 35 minutes, and they're toast. They're gassed. So I don't know. That's going to be the biggest thing, is if they can keep up with it, with the stamina.
Yeah, that is true. The Lakers bench played a grand total. What is that? Of 45 minutes from 4 people. 45 minutes. Hachimura, 31 minutes. LeBron, 41. D'Lo, 41. Reeves, 37.
Yeah, it's not great.
I don't know why Vanderbilt didn't play. I don't know what Darvin Ham's doing. If you want defense, you got him right there. He's you don't need him to score. You don't need Jared Vanderbilt to score. You need him to defend when LeBron's not on the court.
You can't be worse than sticking Rui Hachimura on Jokic for long stretches.
That's bad.
Exactly.
That's just the worst coaching decision going on right now. Like, what are we doing?
Jokic already has a double-double in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And
10
Davis
rebounds,
has already
10
played
points.
all 12 minutes. So there you go.
Davis is cooked.
He's already going to be cooked.
Yeah. Vanderbilt, again, not playing. You're right. Like, why are we? Darvin Ham's the worst coach in the league. I don't even think it's close. And I feel like every coach that LeBron has is the worst coach. It's because Lay GM thinks he can make a great team. I hope LeBron never owns a team. It's going to happen, but it's going to be just like the MJ thing. It's just like the MJ thing.
And LeBron's an amazing player, but I think he's, especially in later years, been held back by his personnel decisions, shall we say?
And they've all been his decision. He's made every single call.
His most success ever came under Coach Spo.
Yep.
Yeah.
He should have never left Miami.
I think a lot about LeBron with just good infrastructure for most of his career. Like, what would that look like if he just stayed with Miami? Even if he just stayed with Miami and had Spo and had Pat Riley.
And Pat Riley, yeah.
You could have 6 by now. I mean,
yeah, like, 6 or 7. I don't think KD doesn't go to the Warriors somehow, and then you got more. So I don't know how it would work. I'm just saying somehow
in the alternate universe.
Yeah, because that would be an aging Heat team by the time Kevin Durant was thinking about leaving OKC, and then you probably wouldn't have thought, okay, we can still beat these guys. Warriors don't go after them. A lot of things could happen. We could talk about podcast idea, alternate universe. What if? Like Marvel, what if?
Yeah, like I was just going to say Marvel's what if. We'll do NBA what if.
Yeah. So that would be something. I would enjoy that.
Yeah.
Not the My League.
My league expert right here.
What was the last? Oh yeah. All right, let's talk about the other Los Angeles team that really just beat expectations.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know where the Mavericks stand anymore. They're in panic mode. If you can't beat that team without Kawhi, then you're in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, James Harden throwback game for one. And I kind of was teasing and joking about it in the chat before.
And it happened.
But we really got it. And I think that we forget that James Harden intentionally, and of course I'm the biggest James Harden fan, so I'll try not to be so biased here, but James intentionally, once he got to, this started in Brooklyn when he realized that there can't be 3 guys who are always in attack mode all the time with Kyrie and KD. Then he goes to Philly, and then he tries to be Rockets Harden in Philly at first, but eventually has to take a step back. It's for the better of the team. If Embiid is really the leader, he's in his prime, peak of his powers, most unstoppable center at that time. And then he becomes a facilitator. But it was kind of an intentional move. So it's no shock to me that for certain stretches, for certain moments, he can kind of wind back the clock and look like the ball dominant, step back three, super guard that he was once. He can't do it for an entire regular season anymore. Those hamstrings, they don't hold up in the
But
ways
if you tell him to lock
to.
in, you tell him to lock in now, though.
Well, we saw it last year in the Phillies Celtics series, game 1, 45 points. He had a couple great games in that series. So yeah, no surprise there. I mean, hopefully he can keep it up this series. And of course, Paul George is Paul George, and he's been the healthiest he's ever been. So if they can get Kawhi back, and he was doubtful, like questionable going into game 1. So I feel like he's close. I feel like they just bought him a week right now.
I would sit him now.
Yeah. You bought time with winning a game 1.
Bought him a lot of time.
You bought some time, but try to get him back, and this will be all Clippers.
Yeah, and who had a great game was Westbrook. Ryan, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say Westbrook did have a good game, and that actually ties in perfectly with what I was gonna say, which is
all right, cool.
I think that the Clippers are going to take this series now, with or without Kawhi, because, like Spencer said, playoff Harden. Harden can go into that. He can give you a good 4 or 5 games if he needs to. But let's look at the Mavs bench.
Not great.
They played a lot.
Not great.
They played a lot and
played
they did
a
not
lot,
do much.
Produced a little.
Not great.
The Clippers played 3 guys off the bench, and they all did way better than the Mavs did off the bench. I mean, who headlines that bench? Maxi Kleber?
Yeah.
Derek Lively probably, or I guess Derek Lively.
He said Derek Lively can't score.
I saw a lot of Maxi in that game.
Yeah, can't.
But yeah, no, and then
they played
no production, and then you have Luka, who, for better or for worse, becomes shot chucker. What did he go, like 10 for 25 that game? Something like that, which is okay, I guess.
You're right
11
on.
for 26.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, same
I watch
clip.
ball. I know ball.
Same
will.
clip.
But
don't believe you.
But yeah, I don't know. I just think that the Clippers' overall talent and depth eclipses the Mavericks, and they're gonna have to find someone else to pair with Luka, because Kyrie's not it if it means you have no depth.
Hey, can we put the Zubox meme I sent yesterday?
Kyrie had a good game.
where it lists all the great LA centers, and it's the Zubox. We need to put that on there because Zub actually had a great game. He was 20 and 15, and then meanwhile on the other side, Dallas cannot find a big man that they like so far in this series. Gafford goes out early. He ends up returning. I think he tweaked it. He had like kind of an ankle tweak or something. He ends up returning. He only plays 14 minutes. Lively only 19 minutes. They don't have a big man that they trust.
Maxi Kleber.
Their minutes leaders are, outside of Doncic and Irving, are PJ Washington, and then not another guy with over 30 minutes in this game. Kleber, plays some of the most minutes. One of my favorite meltdowns of the weekend was Luka tries to do this awkward shuffle pass to Kleber. It's nowhere close to Kleber. It goes out of bounds. Luka melts down. He actually crashes out mid-game, screams at Kleber, and then goes to the bench, the Mavericks bench, and reenacts what Kleber did wrong. Like you would go to your parents and be and reenact a moment with your little brother. It's embarrassing. The complaining to officials, now complaining about your teammates to your teammates.
Leadership. Bad
Luka
body language.
is an incredible talent. He's so ahead of his time. He's so young. He's so amazing. Maybe the best offensive player in the sport, right there with Nikola Jokic. His maturity, it's not there yet. It's not there yet, and until it is, he's not going to be able to put this all together. Especially not when your next best guy is Kyrie, who's got his own track record with maturity issues. This team is not ready yet. Luka will get there one day. I absolutely believe it. But the great stars of this league, they don't complain about their teammates, they'll get onto them. You see LeBron yell at guys all game, but it's with intention. It's not about complaining. It's not about whining. I get it. It's frustrating. You're losing to a team that you have a rivalry with. Let's face it, the Clippers and the Mavs have history now. They have a real beef. So emotions are going to get the best of you at times, but not in that way. It's just not good for. It's not good for Dallas, especially when a guy like Kleber is actually pretty important. Whether that's good for you or not.
Oh, it's bad for you. It's bad for you good. If Maxi Kleber's important.
He is. He's important.
I mean, he's serviceable. It's not like he's some shitter off the road.
He's not an important player. If he's an important player, you're in a situation.
Role player. But yeah, I feel like that's a common occurrence with European stars. I feel like their emotional maturity is a little
KP was immature for a few
years,
which is
surprising.
He's good now,
for
but
sure.
Yeah, it's surprising when you compare that to Americans for some reason. I don't know why Europeans are behind the ball.
You're about 15 to 20 years more mature than Luka Doncic is right now.
I would not.
You're wise beyond your years.
That means he's
no. Come on.
That means Luka's like
Will Glover's
like
a real
2
cool
years old.
hand, Luke. He's got it all level, all together. He doesn't say things he shouldn't. He doesn't lash out angrily on the internet. Come on.
Well, maybe playing for these old school coaches.
It's almost like I almost lashed out angrily to y'all today.
Do that.
Yeah.
Oh, were you angry?
Y'all weren't getting on.
I can't tell.
Record this.
I couldn't tell.
I was pissed.
So it doesn't go well over text. You need to send a voice memo.
Because you know what really bugged me is Spencer was blatantly ignoring my text. I knew he saw that.
That's not true.
His phone was in the other room.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah,
when I'm watching games, the phone is not in the hand. I was locked in.
Oh, really? Really?
Yes. I am not like my counterpart here, glued.
You were giving me live updates of what was happening at the Knicks
I
game.
wanted to text my good buddy Will.
Yeah, you're not glued like Ryan is. Ryan is glued to his phone. Check the group chat. You probably sent about 20 or 30 texts during that game.
Hold on.
No, I'm fine now.
I don't know. He tweeted at 8:04. You texted at 8:25. There's 20 minutes of leeway in there. I don't know if we can give it to you, Will. I don't know if we can.
Hey.
Might work out for the kid.
Not bad.
No, but in the chat, check the group chat, moron.
Not bad, Ryan. Good work.
Check our chat. He sent one at like...
Hey, who was first to the call?
Yeah,
who was first
me,
to the
Ryan.
pod call?
What are we doing here? At 8:26, Spencer goes like peak playoff hoops is happening. At 8:17, he goes, "No, you can't pull me out of this game." So he was on his phone. And
the part of the job is watching the sport. We just got on to Doris Burke, who makes millions of dollars to do this.
We're not talking about today's games. We're going to be talking about second round matchups and first round recaps next week.
You did a good job at managing your expectations, and you still got angry.
You know what, Spencer? I apologize. That was on me.
Thanks, babe. Can we draft? I'm ready.
Yeah. So. Are you all ready for
we just got done talking about the series. I know he's so eepy and eager. He's eepy and eager.
Did Siri determine our draft order last time? Or how did we do that? Did we flip coins?
Did. Siri did. Here we go. I'll be 1, Ryan 2, Spencer
real
3.
Quick, let's break down what we're going to be doing. We're going to be drafting the players in the playoffs right now. And we're going to build like maybe a top 5 or top 6. We'll see what we've. Oh, great. The wallpaper is cringe.
Hold on. Are all the players healthy?
Top level glazing.
Right LeBron and Wemby. Keep going. No. Let's do it that way. So you can draft Giannis.
But you might be getting him in the second round.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Should we do that? Because, on paper, it's still going to be whoever takes Giannis.
Let's do healthy. That's just, let's just do healthy.
Only guys who are available right now through game 2 or game 1, whatever.
Playoff, yeah.
Active in the playoffs.
Playoff games. Yep. So let's restart this. We are going to be doing a draft, a fun little game, where we are going to be taking the field of 16 teams, and we're going to be drafting our best teams and best lineups, starting five, and coaches of the 16 teams. Ryan wanted to throw in the coaches there. I like it. So let's begin. I'm 1, Spencer, or Ryan's 2, Spencer's 3, because that's how it appears on my screen. Siri, give me a number between 1 and 3. 3. So Spencer got it. Spencer has first pick.
I don't want the
which
first
means-
pick. Actually, I do. I'll take the first pick.
You got
I'll
first.
take the first pick.
I have second.
Ooh, I get the
Ryan has
snake.
third.
Oh, Ryan
So-
gets the snake.
And we're snaking.
No.
Yes. It's the snake. Hold on. Let me get this out. I gotta write it down because I'm gonna forget who you pick. And I don't wanna accidentally pick things you have. All right. Here we go. Go ahead.
All right, with the first
Spencer,
with the
first
first
pick.
overall pick in the 2024 NBA playoff draft.
Tyronn Lue.
No, Nikola Jokic.
And it does not have to be, well, try to keep it within positions. Okay?
Oh yeah, I'm building a team.
Try to
here
keep it position.
of 5 that could play together.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure.
Not
Want
a
to make
power
sure we're on the
ranking.
same page here.
a draft.
I have the second pick. I don't know how I feel about having the second pick here. Who do I want?
There's a couple different ways you can go with it.
Yeah, because do I want chemistry or do I want
Just take
experience? Do
LeBron
I
and
want
get it
pure
over with.
talent?
If everybody was available, would
I'm
you
gonna
take?
take
If
LeBron.
everybody was available, would you take Giannis?
No, I'd take LeBron over Giannis in the playoffs.
Fair.
I value experience
wrong
a
with
whole
that.
lot, and you know if the Lakers win Game 2 and it's the LeBron show, then good luck the rest of the league. So, Ryan, you had Jokic, which is the best option. I would have taken Jokic if I
Everybody
had the
would
first
have.
pick. It's the only choice, really.
All right.
So Ryan, go ahead
With pick
picks
number
3
3.
and 4.
I dropped my phone. All right, my bad.
That's
With
common.
pick number 3, I take a healthy Kawhi Leonard.
Ooh, I like that. I like
have the
that.
fourth
because
pick.
you also have the 4th pick, so it doesn't matter.
And with the 4th pick, I take Anthony Edwards for my point guard position.
I was going to
Whoa.
take him.
Wait, where are you putting him?
At your point guard?
At your point? This team sucks.
wrong?
This
No.
team's cooked.
All right, fine. I'm putting Anthony
putting him
Edwards
at your 2. I'm putting him
my
at your 2.
shooting guard then.
Yeah, you don't even get a choice. I'm doing it for
Fair
you.
enough.
You're not taking him at the point. You might as well put D'Lo at the point.
It's not,
Um,
it wouldn't be that
All
bad.
right.
Okay, well, it circles back to me, and I just won the draft. Thank you, Ryan.
No, it's not. It does not. It does not circle back to you. It goes to me. We're snaking, Chief. You have 6 and 7.
He'll still be there. Don't worry.
Hey, check this out. You ready for that? Yeah, he will. Because check this out. I'm gonna go with Kyrie.
Oh,
I'm pairing up LeBron and Kyrie
Okay.
again.
okay. All right.
2016 vibes. Go ahead and take Tatum.
I was
and whoever
really
else you're
scared
gonna
there,
take.
but I just won the draft. Thank you, guys. Jason Tatum and Nikola Jokic is literally my wet dream in the NBA, and you guys just made it happen. Two-way superstar, now has the best big man of the last 20 years. That was aggressive. 10 years. And the best passing big man of all
Yeah,
time.
that was aggressive.
This offense is going to be incredible. And now I can just fill it in with whatever.
Go get someone on defense.
I have defense. We're great. We're great.
Tatum? Well, you got another pick, so go ahead.
Oh, I get another pick. Oh, I was not ready
Yeah,
for
we're snaking.
Well, now I do need some
I'm
help
the only one who doesn't get
in the
back-to-back picks.
backcourt. So
Uh-oh. It's going to take the diva.
I know I just tore into the diva.
I knew it. I knew you were going to do this.
So that's
You
why
have
I'm going to take
I feel
Shea
like you have
Gilgeous
to.
Alexander, two-way point guard. We are shaping up to be great.
right.
Thank you.
I like this. So for my pick, I can go a few
You
ways
have
here.
to take the diva.
I
This
feel
is
like,
too far for him to drop.
yeah, I'm going to. I'm taking Luka
You
at
took
the
Kyrie
1,
before you
Kyrie
took
at the
Luka.
2, LeBron at the 3. Yeah, well, I didn't think.
This is how you
I thought
salvage
you were
it.
going to take Kyrie after me, and I didn't. I didn't
Why
think it
would
was
I
going to
take
matter.
Kyrie?
So
I hate Kyrie.
no, I said I thought you were going to take Luka
No.
because I still wanted Kyrie over because I wanted nostalgia of Kyrie and LeBron.
You're letting
So-
nostalgia cloud your mind. It's a new era.
I'm not. I saw what I saw in 2016. Healthy LeBron and healthy Kyrie
It was
were
8 years
the
ago.
greatest duo I've ever seen. I saw what I saw, man. I'm just
8
saying.
years ago.
Experience. I value experience. Ryan, go ahead.
Do we have
Ryan might have the 2 best picks in the draft right here.
Do we have the list right now of teams? Can we read off each other's teams real fast for my record?
I can.
Yeah, so Spencer's running SGA, Tatum, and Jokic at the 1, 3, and 5. I
could
got
stop.
Luka, Kyrie, and LeBron, and then you have
Okay.
Ant and Kawhi.
Okay. So with my next pick, I'm going to take Mr. Anthony Davis.
That's good.
Where do you want him? The 4 or the 5?
I'm gonna put him. I'm gonna put him.
Well, you
at
can
the-
just say front court or back court. I mean, it's kind
then
of.
we'll just say front
positionless.
court then. But I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
thinking.
Well, no, I got
I was
it.
gonna- all right.
I got it down
I'm thinking
here.
I'm gonna put him
so-
at the 4.
It's fair.
Okay, 80 at the 4. And
Basketball
then,
is positionless.
go ahead.
And then
It is, but for this for
the
format's
for the
sake,
exercise,
it's
so
for the
we're
exercise.
Spence,
position.
I
Yeah.
want your input on this next one. With my next,
No, you can't.
Little-
no, you can't
little-
help. You
no,
can't
this
have,
is good.
No,
a little
you can't
GM
have help.
consulary.
I
This is good.
don't need he.
This is not. This is collusion.
This is,
How do
okay,
we-
let me
how do
ask,
we
let me
mute
ask
the other
both of you.
owner?
Then. Let me ask both of you. Would you take? Should I take
Okay,
a
I'll mute.
star player or a player that would fit in
Yeah.
well with the team that I'm going for?
You got to
There
go
are
with fit,
still
man.
plenty of stars on the board, right?
Yeah, we're gonna miss some stars. So
I'm not.
You want to draft a 6-man as well? Y'all want to do a
I
6-man
don't
at the
know.
end?
I just know who I
Yeah,
want
sure.
my starting point guard to be on this team.
You're thinking point. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
He wants Drew Holiday.
Go ahead and
I want
and
Drew
take
Holiday
Mike
as my
Conley.
He
point
wants
guard on
Drew
this team.
Holiday. Let's go.
Oh hell no! Oh, this is where you lose, man. This is
Are
where
you kidding
lose.
me? All right, fine. Put Halliburton in this lineup. I
Oh,
guarantee
brother.
you this team.
No, it's too
I'm
late. You
saying
took-
this team
Nah.
wins less games with Halliburton at point than it does with Drew in the playoffs.
Both compare to our teams. Anyways, Drew Holiday. All right, that's cool. I'm going to take Kevin Durant.
Yep, that was coming. That was coming.
All right, Spencer, you got the next 2.
Get the next 2. This
Okay,
will
the
round
fact
up.
KD snuck down
Well, your
This
to
team
will round
plays
out my
zero
5.
defense.
10. I don't care. We're gonna put up
KD's
400 points a game.
KD's still great defensively when he locks in. Come on,
Luca,
see.
Kyrie.
So is LeBron.
Luka and Kyrie backcourt.
What?
Yeah, not great.
Swinging
So you have to build around
doors.
that.
Yeah, that's going to be a nightmare. But it's okay though because Luka and Kyrie are going to make up for it when they score, 25
Not on
and 35.
Drew and
so.
Anthony.
Well, Ryan took
I've seen them dominate both.
No.
So
my favorite 2 guard and Anthony Edwards. And I know he put up a
I know,
stinker
I'm pissed. He
in game 1, and I know his elimination
Not really.
game track record is absolutely dog. But I got to take Devin Booker. He doesn't have to be the first option here. He's perfect next to SGA in the backcourt.
I like that.
So I got
pick. think that's
Jokic,
a good
Tatum,
pick.
SGA, and Book. This next pick will round up my 5. And this is looking like an all-star starter team. So what do I need?
It is. I think really all of ours except Ryan's is all-star starters.
What do
Drew Holiday is a reserve.
Hey, Drew
He's a
Holiday
reserve.
is gonna win the gold this summer.
All-star reserve.
Let's see.
Yes.
I think I need somebody else on the wing.
Man, I wish Curry was in the playoffs.
You know,
what a
this
shame.
duo has gotten me through so much who am I to wait any longer? Jaylen Brown. So we go SGA,
Okay.
Devin
So
Booker,
you're gonna-
Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Nikola Jokic.
Okay, I'm gonna play small ball and go with Giannis.
Oh my God. So if Giannis was, I was so confused by what we did. I thought we were taking
No,
out.
we said healthy. We said fully healthy.
I thought we were taking out
and
guys.
I
who were
would have
injured.
taken the one. No. Wait, I said healthy. I'm pretty sure we said healthy at the start.
All right. I wouldn't make any
Go back and
changes.
check.
Yeah.
You don't need the guy that you're thinking of. You don't need him when you have Jokic, and Ryan will take the one. He should go ahead, Ryan, before I start talking.
Embiid to round out the 5.
Yeah, okay. And I would have taken Embiid, but I needed a little more fast defense, is what I was going to say. Giannis can defend any position, and really. All right, so good, Ryan. We'll snake it for 6-man. So go ahead with your 6-man pick.
Well, hold on. I wasn't prepared for 6-man.
Yeah, you take a minute or a second.
Let's see. Y'all have. I'm gonna go.
It's going to be my 6th.
Give me Bradley Beal for my 6-man.
Oh, Bradley Beal.
Interesting. All right. I kind of like it.
It's fun.
I like it.
Some
I
pop
like
off
the
the
vision
bench.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? All right. So for mine,
Wait,
who do I
Ryan, who's your
want? Who
5th
do I want?
starter?
There's a lot of options here.
Drew Holiday, Ant, Kawhi,
Oh, Drew.
AD, Embiid.
AD and Embiid.
Oh, Embiid.
Look out for my
Ugh.
team, baby.
Yucky. Yucky.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm surprised Embiid went that low, but
Well, the injuries are scary,
you
dude.
know that's just how it is. For my team, I need a defensive guard, and honestly, screw you, Ryan, for taking Holiday, because I think Holiday would have fitted so nicely with my team.
He's so plug and play.
Coming off the
with any
bench.
Drew and Kawhi deserve to play
So-
together.
Who says no?
They belong together.
You know what?
And
Fully
then, Will,
healthy. Give me Jimmy Butler fully healthy.
What's your team at right? What's that make your team then?
What? Luka at the 1, Kyrie at the 2, LeBron at the 3, KD 4, Giannis at the 5,
no.
and then Butler. What do you mean? Oh no! This team can guard literally anyone. Okay. Well, except that's why I got Butler, so we can actually guard the backcourt. So I don't even need Butler to shoot the ball once. I just need him to D up. So Spencer, go ahead with your 6-man.
I'll go 6-man, and then I'll take a coach.
Yeah, you got both. So
we'll round it out.
yep.
My
Do not take
6-man, the most potent 6-man. This would be the most potent 6-man in NBA history. Donovan Mitchell. Off the bench.
Good pick. Good pick.
Bang.
LeBron just hit the most insane and one, by the way. I'm very aroused. Anyways,
He better get an IV at halftime. He and AD, some liquid IV, get hooked up to something, put the ice on the legs. Because they need to lock in for the second half.
They got to figure. That was an
This is gonna
insane.
get nasty.
They wrapped up LeBron like full on, like bear hugged him. That was the
Yeah,
same
full
thing that just
body.
happened.
That was nasty.
Except when it happened against the Celtics, it was the conference finals. It was a lot more intense, but still cool to see. Spencer, give me your coach.
You know, I really want to do Missoula. 64 wins.
Take 'em.
You know what pisses me off, man? You can win 64 games in your second year as an NBA head coach and not even be a finalist for Coach of the Year. But Jamal Mosley, who coached this Orlando Magic team, which is a good, fine young team, to a mediocre 5 seed that just kind of shook out for him the last couple of days of the season, is a finalist. 64 wins in your second season. That's disrespectful. But that being said, I'm going to take the best coach in the sport by a long shot. Coach Eric Spoelstra.
I hate you.
Womp womp.
I was hoping your bias would cloud your judgment. Give me Dagnall.
Not this time.
It just flows with my team.
Okay.
My team's built just like the Thunder are, so his play style is it just runs. Just runs with it. Ryan, go ahead and take Missoula.
Michael Malone, baby.
I was just going to say Michael Malone needs some love here. Reigning champion. He's a beast.
I'm looking back.
Ryan was going to take Missoula.
I'm looking back to when he was wrongly fired by the Kings when he was starting to turn that team around.
Hell yeah.
Give me Malone, baby.
All right, Malone's, you know what? Justice for Malone.
Great NBA guy.
Ryan, I'm glad you picked him. That was the best pick. This is the best pick you made. Actually, the Anthony Edwards pick was the best pick you made by far.
I told you.
I thought he was going to slip to me. I thought he was going to slip to me. No. It's definitely not as good as I think. Spencer 1, me 2, you 3. Drew Holiday really hurts you, and then Bradley Beal.
I don't think it does.
I don't know, man.
I really think that's biased.
You need more scoring. Kawhi is far and away your best scorer, followed by Ant.
Well, Embiid. He has Embiid.
Embiid, yeah.
But we have no outside shooting. Kawhi is your best outside shooter, which Kawhi's a great shooter. And Beal off the bench would be a good outside shooter. If he's
the fact is, any of these teams would most likely run. Well, they would run the playoffs. So
my team's going to give up 130 points a game probably, simply because of
you're going to be all right. You got Giannis.
I got Butler off the bench. I don't know though. I don't know. My team's kind of old. Size. My team's kind of old.
Your team is old, but old guys rule in the playoffs. We know this. This is a fact.
Yeah, this is true.
Old guys dominate in the playoffs.
Spencer, another masterclass. Really balanced. Mid-range and defense from SGA. And you got your 3-point shooter in D-Book. Brown might be a little bit of a problem. Jaylen Brown's known to Brown himself.
As a fifth option, though. No way. He's the fifth option.
That's true. And then Tatum. Tatum's undersized, though, going up against that might be a problem.
He locks KD up. He gives KD tough times. We got montages. Trust me, Celtics fans have put together montages of those Brooklyn series where he just gives KD work. He's not worried about no KD. No.
That's fine.
We're going to be just fine.
All right. Yeah, you got the best coach, so yeah, feels good.
Got Spoelstra. Spoelstra's always going to figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. Spo masterclass. One of the best, maybe top 3 coach ever when it's all said and done. He's got a lot of time left.
He does have time on his side.
When it's all said and done.
Hopefully they get some real talent. And that's something this isn't going to be a free agency preview, but I think this offseason, I think the Heat are going to get frisky. I don't think they're going to be willing to stand pat again.
No, because you're running out of time. You're running out of time with Butler and Adebayo.
I think you're out of time with Butler. That's just me personally. I mean, for him to be the best guy, you're out of time. He's clearly not the best player on a title team. But look at them this summer to go get Donovan Mitchell or Trae Young. I mean, there's going to be guys out there available.
Donovan Mitchell, Trae Young to the Heat would make sense because they already have good defense. You don't need to add defense. I mean,
you need somebody who can score the ball.
Yeah, the rest of your guys can make up miserable defense.
Yeah, for sure.
And if Curry were to lead the Warriors, the Spurs have the highest odds of getting him. Apparently, I don't know who made those odds.
Never going to happen.
I don't know. I don't know who was smoking crack when they were writing that, but it was fun to watch.
Somebody will make the bet.
It was fun to read. I might. Who knows?
Put 5 on it, as Evan might say. Put 5 on it.
Oh, I just realized I'm looking at Eric Spoelstra bio. 3-time champion, 2 times head coach, Miami's assistant coach in 2006. Great resume, He was actually elected top 15 greatest coaches in NBA history already. A part of that NBA 75. They did the top 15 coaches as well. Something
pretty
to
high
note.
praise.
They also put Steve Kerr on this list, who got grossly carried by Curry and KD. But
4 rings, man. That's pretty impressive. 4 rings is really impressive.
it's kind of easy to do that when you have the greatest team that was
it's
ever
not.
assembled. It's
Not easy.
dude. Look who the Warriors played in the NBA Finals. They played
I get it.
LeBron and Scrubs.
But it's like don't undersell them.
I'm going to undersell him.
All right, fine. So
He helped put together that miserable team this year. Wasted that dynasty's last half decent
wasted
year.
a good. Anytime they waste a good Curry year, I'm pissed, and they've wasted a few of them.
And they've wasted
Just like the Lakers are
They
wasting
wasted
good LeBron years by making sure that the third best player is D'Angelo Russell or Austin Reeves, depending on what night of the week it is. So, pretty upsetting if you're a LeBron fan. Which
Ew, they ranked Doc Rivers on this list.
Bad.
nobody's clinging to that title longer and harder than Doc. God, that's so awful. So awful.
That's miserable. Anyways,
Sometimes I wish they didn't win it in 08. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just
How much
kidding.
do you
I really
hate
don't like
Doc
Doc
Rivers?
Rivers, bro. I really don't like
sacrifice
Doc.
my team's chip in the last 35 years. That's how much I hate Doc Rivers.
That's how much I hate Doc Rivers, bro.
Don't worry, Boston fans. The wait's over.
I get it, man. I get the 08 Celtics hate. I totally get it. I'm so okay with it. Like, KG, I think, is the one cool, actually badass guy from that team. I love Paul Pierce for what he did.
Oh, Rondo was pretty
needs to
badass.
Chill. Oh yeah, Rondo's chill. I mean, he's gonna have a long coaching career probably. And when he's on podcasts, he's not talking crazy, but some of the yapping about that ring, man.
Yeah, your boy Paul Pierce.
He was amazing until he became a little engagement slut, and now he just says all kinds of things for clicks.
It's just ridiculous.
Worse than what I say.
Yeah.
Worse things than what I say. That's impressive.
It's crazy. Hey, did y'all see JJ Redick's getting interviewed for this Hornets job?
And he should get it.
I
think he's young enough, he's hip enough to get those young guys in shape.
Is JJ Redick gonna reel in?
He's
LaMelo
an amazing
Ball?
basketball mind.
He's got
yes, I think so. He's an amazing basketball mind, and he's young and he's hip enough. If you watch LeBron and Redick's podcast,
yeah, I get it.
He knows how to connect with the younger generation.
I just feel like
better
coaching
than any other candidate.
You should get real coaching experience, even if it's just for a couple years on a bench somewhere. But
yeah, I agree. It's kind of what they did with who was it?
This is the Steve Nash thing 2.0. Steve Nash was
Steve Nash,
incredible player. Yeah. They threw him right into the fire with that Nets team, and then miserable.
And did Jason Kidd have the same issue?
Jason Kidd did, but Jason Kidd has actually kind of turned it around a little bit. I think he's a pretty good coach. I mean, given where he came from, I mean, he started pretty poorly and got fired pretty immediately from Milwaukee, right?
I like all the Jason Kidd memes that the Mavericks fans post.
I'm not on Mavs fan for life Twitter.
I'll send you a few. It's like it's Coach Kidd. Please make some substitutions, and it's the picture of Jason Kidd's head. And I'll bleep out what I'm about to say. He's like,
unfortunately, his bench is not very good.
It's the same with Darvin Ham.
Yeah.
I got to make sure I take that one out. 55. Okay. Yeah, no, those are good memes though. Mavericks fans are good memers.
Hey, Jason Kidd, play Josh Green more. He's good. 9 minutes, not enough.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Shut up! I'm watching the game. I'm watching Luka play."
Play Dante Exum and Derek Jones Jr. significantly less. So maybe I'm walking back my comments. I just looked at the minutes. I'm not.
No, they had one. They had a few stinkers.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. So Kidd started in Brooklyn, Milwaukee for 4 years, which I didn't know he was there for that long. Lakers assistant when they won it all. So he's a champion on that 2020 team.
See what it took though to get to being a competent coach was like flunking out and then being on the bench for a title team And then, now he's kind of figuring it out. So,
And the Mavericks aren't that bad. They're just a piece away. They're a piece away. They're not there yet, but they're
I
close.
would just be worried about the JJ Redick thing. But,
Jason Kidd has a lot of accolades. Good Lord.
he's really forgotten about in like that 2000s era.
Yeah.
He was
one of the greatest
insane.
One of the greatest point guards in NBA history.
Definitively.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, I think we should wrap it up. And I guess I'm not making a graphic for this. I'll make a clip for all this. I ain't making a graphic. There's no way. I spent way too long on that last graphic I made and wanted to off myself in game.
Good for you, man.
So
Way to just
Thank you, Will.
thank you, bro. Thank you. All right. Go ahead and get us out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of the Thank You Bro podcast. I have been one of your hosts, Ryan, along with my lovely co-hosts, Spencer and William Glover. Thank you, Will. If you made it this far, please be sure to leave us like, comment, subscribe for more great content that you enjoy. Check us out on social media at Thank You Bro Pod, I think. And then
Thank you, bro.
check us out.
Sports
Thank You Bro Sports. We've rebranded.
on Instagram.
And then check out
Twitter's
our-
TYB Sports. Sorry.
You're good. Check out our website, tybsports.com, for the latest articles, news, opinion pieces, and updates on our show. So, without further ado, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next week.
Do you remember like the Disney Channel thing?
Yes, bro.
You
All right,
saw
stop.
that? You saw it?
Stop the recording.
I'm LeBron James, and you're watching the Lakers. Da, da.